There are 11 steps between saying yes and walking down the aisle. And today I'm going to walk you through every single one of them in the order that actually makes sense. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa, and on this channel I share my experience about planning my own wedding and also helping you guys plan yours. So today we are going to go through the 11 steps of wedding planning, from the very first decision you need to make all the way to putting together your actual wedding day plan. And I'm going to go through them in the order I personally think works best, because the order really matters here. You know, more than people think. So the very first step before you even think about a budget or a venue is deciding what kind of wedding you actually want. And I mean style, location and timing. Do you want something intimate with 15 people like we had, or a big celebration with 200 guests? Do you want it outdoors, indoors, in your home country, or somewhere you would need to fly to? And these decisions shape literally everything else. So take your time with it. I would really recommend sitting down with your partner and just talking through what feels right for the two of you, not what you think a wedding is supposed to look like. Once you know the kind of wedding you want, next step is a budget. And I know money conversations aren't always fun, but honestly this is a step that protects you from stress later on. You need to decide who is contributing, what your total number is, and then roughly how you are going to split it across venue, food, dress, photography, and so on. Of course, depending on your budget, some steps later in this list will look very different for you, and I would recommend leaving a bit of a buffer too, because something unexpected always comes up, believe me. Now that you have your budget, you can actually make a real guest list, because the number of guests directly affects your cost per person. So sit down and think through family, friends, and whether kids are invited or not. This is actually one of the most emotional steps, because you'll have to make some tough calls. My honest tip here, please invite only people you really want there. We had 15 guests for the outdoor ceremony, and I'm very proud we kept it that intimate. It made the whole day feel so much warmer. This is a big one. Now you look for your venue, and I would really recommend checking if catering is included, because that's a huge factor. You'll want to think about the ceremony space, the banquet area and dance floor, if you want dancing, lighting, food, drinks, the cake, and also the officiant, since some venues can help arrange one. Here's a mistake I made. I didn't sign the venue contract right away, and we actually lost that venue. It was given to another couple. So once you find the one, just sign the contract. Don't wait too long. Next comes decorations and calligraphy. And this is where your wedding starts to feel personal. Think about your color palette, the overall decor, flowers, bouquets, boutonnieres, linens, and your invitations. I know it's tempting to want everything, but try to pick a few colors and stick with them, so it feels harmonious rather than scattered. One theme that worked really well for us, we reused the same fresh flower arrangements between the day celebration and a late night celebration with friends only. It saved money and it still looked beautiful. Now it's time for the dress and the suit, along with bridal jewelry and shoes, of course. I would say start with this one earlier than you think you need to, because alterations take time and the good options at bridal shops get booked up. Try on more styles than you expect to like. Sometimes the dress that looks nothing like what you imagined ends up being the one. And don't forget, shoes and jewelry need to walk with the dress. So look for them early enough. This step is usually quicker, but it's still important. Buying your wedding rings. Give yourself a few weeks in case sizing needs adjusting. And think about whether you want something classical or a bit more unique. This isn't a step where you need to spend forever, but it's not one to leave until the last minute either, since engraving and resizing take time. Next, you will want to choose your stylist for hair and makeup. And here's another one of my regrets. I booked my stylist only 3 months before the wedding, and by then the best ones were already taken. So I would really recommend locking this in early, especially if you are getting married during peak wedding season. A trial session before the actual day is also something I would suggest, so you know exactly what to expect. Now you move on to the moderator or officiant if you haven't picked one yet, and the entertainment program. This covers your ceremony program, the banquet program, DJ or live music, a guest book, and any gifts for your guests. I have a playlist on my channel about wedding favors ideas. Check it if you need some. We went with live music for our ceremony, and I know it's not cheap and not everyone can afford it, but for us it was absolutely worth it. Photography and video, this one deserves real attention because these are the memories you'll actually keep long after the day is over. Look at full galleries, not just highlight reels, and make sure their style matches the vibe you're going for. Book them early too. Good photographers and videographers get reserved months, sometimes over a year in advance. And the very last step, putting together your actual wedding day plan. This is your hour-by-hour schedule for the day, when hair and makeup starts, when the ceremony begins, when photos happen, when the banquet starts. Honestly, this step ties everything together, and it's worth spending real time on it. My one regret here, we were so absorbed with celebrating that we actually missed doing our closing speech. So if that matters to you, build it into the timeline with a clear time slot. And just to sum up, the 11 steps are deciding on your wedding style, planning your budget, making guest list, finding your venue and catering, decorations and calligraphy, your dress and suit, the rings, your stylist, the moderator and entertainment, your photographer and videographer, and finally your wedding day plan. I hope this gives you a clear picture of where to start and what comes next. Let me know in the comments which step you are on right now. I would love to know. And do not forget to download my free wedding planning checklist. The link is below the video. And you don't even need to leave me your email for that. Happy planning!